Welcome to this week's Power Rankings segment brought to you by the Citi Thank You Preferred Card. Earn 2 points for every dollar spent on football tickets. Well, we're at the point where the Power Rankings are going to reflect what the playoff picture looks like. And at the top of it, the Power Rankings right now, it's very NFC dominated. And the reason, because these are teams that I think that are best equipped to go on the road, particularly when you see Seattle at number 1 and Carolina at number 2. Because of their running game, because they're playing good defense, because of the nature of their quarterback play. I think Carolina did a great job of avoiding a trap game against the Miami Dolphins. The big games coming up for them are the two that they've got to play, the New Orleans Saints. And we know that New Orleans has a tough time playing away from the Dome, and if indeed they're going to end up, if they're not the number 1 seed, that's going to be the issue for them. They're likely going to end up number 2 seed, have to go to Seattle. That's going to be a little bit problematic. But I think because of the multiple weapons and because of Darren Sproles, I think they might be able to do more damage on the road than maybe some other teams. Now in the AFC, boy, what a titanic battle between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. Once again, I've got them ranked where they are because can they indeed go on the road? Tom Brady was absolutely magnificent. Let's keep in mind, though, that the Denver Broncos on the road ran for better than 240 yards. So I like the Denver's odds of going on the road because, indeed, if you're going to configure yourself to say, we're not going to let Peyton Manning beat us, they can show that they can run the ball, but Tom Brady was absolutely brilliant. It's regrettable that the game actually came down to a muffed punt at the end of the day, but obviously they're going to be on top of the curve as well. In the AFC, Cincinnati is a team you have to watch because, again, I'm waiting for that definitive road win, and we may have an opportunity to see that the rest of the way here. But they, too, can run the ball and play good defense. So I think they're going to do very well in the AFC. And Indianapolis is concerning me. They obviously have showed that, particularly on the road, that they're going to struggle. Defensively, they're beginning to have some issues. So it's a wide-open field. I'm going to be very interested as we look at these power rankings, who ends up with the number 6 seed in the AFC. You got to assume that Kansas City is going to be the number 5 seed because Denver's not going to give up that top seed, particularly in the AFC West. We've seen some things in Kansas City that have got to concern you, particularly with the injuries now. And Tom Bahali, Houston, how long are they going to be out? It's hard for them to keep up with the track meet, although they did score a lot of points against the San Diego Chargers. But who's going to be that 6th seed? I think Thursday night with the game between Pittsburgh and Baltimore will go a long way to settling that. Pittsburgh all of a sudden onto the scene. I think one of those two teams clearly could get an advantage as possibly the 6th seed by a win on Thursday night. That'll do it for this week's Power Rankings, brought to you by the Citi Thank You Preferred Card. Earn 2 points for every dollar spent on football tickets.